Overpowered characters run rampant throughout anime and ruin 90% of the series they touch, usually isekai. Very few series are able to implement these broken characters in a way that doesn't take away from the story. That's not to say well-written overpowered characters don't exist. Look at characters like Reinhardt from Re:Zero, Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, Koro Sensei in Assassination Classroom, Saitama in One Punch Man. You get the point. All these series' broken characters actively add to the series without taking anything away. In Re:Zero, you have this absolute Shad, Reinhard von Astoria. Introduced right away in the first arc of the series, he was the reason Subaru was able to finally survive the loot house. So he walked in, or fell in, destroyed the main antagonist of the arc, and then left. Sounds like crappy writing where plot armor saves the main character by having the most powerful person in the verse come save him. But actually, it's through Subaru's actions that Reinhard ended up going there in the first place. In this case, Reinhard isn't an overpowered character, but rather a tool that the main character utilizes to progress the plot. Assassination Classroom is interesting because the plot revolves around Koro Sensei being overpowered. The author came up with a way to use the fact that a character has insane abilities and is nearly unkillable as the central focus of the series. In nearly every subplot within the show, Koro Sensei uses his insane abilities to teach the kids life lessons in ways a regular teacher never could. To this day, Assassination Classroom stands out as an anime because of how the author used an overpowered character in a way no one else had thought to. Let's look at a unique example. Saitama in One Punch Man is probably the first character that comes to mind when you think of overpowered characters in anime. Yet even with him literally winning every fight in a single hit, the series is still loved by nearly everyone who watches it. Why? Because the author is constantly focusing on other characters in the series and showing the struggles of the fights they endure. Like Genos fighting Speed Sound Sonic, like Mugen Rider fighting Deep Sea King, or even in the struggle Garo has fighting Saitama. This way the series maintains serious life or death fights while still having an interesting overpowered character. I actually have a full video coming out soon specifically about Saitama and how the author uses him perfectly in the One Punch Man story, so subscribe if you're interested in seeing that in the future. Now I'm going to answer quite possibly the most important question in this entire video. How can a mangaka apply what we've learned by looking at series that successfully utilize overpowered characters to future anime and manga series? And there's actually only one simple rule that needs to be followed. No matter what happens, the overpowered character cannot take away the struggle from the series. In Re:Zero, the main character has experienced painful, gruesome deaths countless times, and has seen everyone he loves die over and over again. Him having an overpowered friend does nothing to stop his constant struggles. In Assassination Classroom, the struggle in the series exists due to the overpowered character. In One Punch Man, although Saitama does not struggle, the people around him are constantly fighting for their lives and their goals. Every anime, every manga, every story relies on struggle. And struggle lies within conflict. And if you know anything about story structure, conflict is the story. This is why so many isekais are complete garbage. Because the author creates a character so strong that the character has no struggles, and takes away the struggles of the people around them, thus taking away the conflict from the story. Now, I have a prediction to make. As anime progresses as a genre and different series continue to have more and more unique ideas, watch as overpowered characters are not phased out and seen as characters that ruin the story, but instead become characters that authors use more and more creatively to push stories in directions you could never expect. Of all the different aspects and tropes commonly found in anime and manga, there's no doubt in my mind that overpowered characters have the most unrealized potential. As this video comes to a close, I'm going to ask two things of you. 1, subscribe, and 2, remember the claims that I've made in this video so that I can brag to everyone in the future that I was right. Thank you for watching, stay slippery, butter out.
But you can't hide.